possible candidate for Secretary of State under Donald Trump, President-elect Trump. I want to bring in MSNBC anchor Joe Scarborough by phone. Joe, what are you hearing?
Well, Kate, people very close to Donald Trump that have been working with him on selections have said that their focus on the Secretary of State selection has moved and is moving in a new direction. And they are now strongly considering Nikki Haley, who's the governor of South Carolina, who famously was critical of Donald Trump in the primaries in South Carolina, and in fact did not even want to say that she was endorsing him. I think Jacob Soboroff cornered her actually on the convention floor at the Republican National Convention, and it was an awkward interview. But my source tells me that Donald Trump has actually been spending the last week reaching out to rivals in the Republican Party that have been some of his most vocal critics, and is actually now considering them for positions in his administration, which obviously is contrary to what we've been hearing for the first half of this week.
And Joe, as far as the timing, any sense for how quickly, is this one of the first decisions that they'll want to go public with in terms of which cabinet positions get named first?
Well, while they understand that they've been criticized in the press for not making selections, their time frame is actually a bit longer than I think a lot of us in the press would like it to be. And in fact, they're expecting to make a lot of announcements over the next week. But at this point right now, they're still gathering information. Today was really the first day that after they moved some of the Christie people out. Today was the first full day that they were sitting around the table and trying to put together a list of names for 9 or 10 positions. And it was during that time that it became obvious that Nikki Haley was actually somebody that Donald Trump personally wanted to reach out to and see if she was interested, at least in considering being Secretary of State, as well as one or two other past Republican rivals who are major figures of the Republican Party.
Well, I was going to say, Joe, she's a major figure in the party. She's well known in South Carolina as their governor, but is she known outside this country? And do you think that matters at all? Could a governor of a U.S. southern state do well as a Secretary of State?
Well, I don't really know, and that will be up for Donald Trump and his administration to make that determination. I do know, though, that the names that have been floated this week so far, John Bolton and Rudy Giuliani, while those names are still on the list, it was reported a few days ago that it was a fait accompli that one of those two were going to be a selection for Secretary of State. My sources tell me that's actually not the case, that there are actually several other names that Donald Trump wants to talk to, and right now he's looking in another direction.
All right. Joe Scarborough with that breaking news that Nikki Haley is being considered for Secretary of State in a Trump administration. Joe, thank you so much for bringing that to us so quickly. Appreciate it.
All right.